This week on the Bonfire, we are giving away a 14.5-ton ARB soft shackle. Stick around to the end of the episode to figure out how you can win this soft shackle right here.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm CT.
I'm Dean. That's Sasquatch.
Welcome to the Blue Ridge Bonfire. We got a fun show for today. Something new I didn't even know about. There's a new event happening, huh?
There is. We have a new event. Do we want to talk about that first, or do we want to talk about the new product first?
Okay. We can talk about the new product first, which I don't think I went and grabbed.
Oh, no, you didn't.
So I should totally go do that. I'll be right back.
Our co-host this week is Sasquatch. He has replaced CT. And he's back.
I'm back.
So last year we teased laser cut seat back panels, and then we just kind of stopped talking about it. Well, the time has come to finally put some into production, and the best part is these are going to be customizable. So on the front side, you actually are going to have 4 options: gray, black,
Coyote, and multicam. So each of these have a set of backing colors that you can do. So you don't just have to do coyote on coyote, you can do coyote on black, coyote on red, coyote on orange, all this fun stuff.
And then the same thing too, like if you want to do black with a blue background or black with a coyote tan background. So we will be launching this product very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. It will be the customizable.
It'll be the custom color seat back panel, and that's coming out in, let's see, if today's Wednesday or Tuesday. It's coming out in 2 days.
Yeah,
Thursday. So look for that this Thursday.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Going back to events, let's talk about some new events. So coming up, May 16th is the New Jersey Overland Flea Market and Meetup. This is at the Pep Boys in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Now, this is the 3rd year for this event that I know of, and I actually went to the first one 2 years ago. It's in central New Jersey. Great group of people. It's hosted by Pep Boys, but you end up with a lot of different Overland people that show up. There was a very, very good turnout the first year, and last year I had a conflict and couldn't make it. This year, it looks like to be another group. They're saying about 200 vehicles. And if you want to bring something to sell, they'll be having a swap meet. There might be a guest speaker or maybe a class or 2 going on. Don't really know all of the details, but we will have a link to that in the show notes. It's also on the Blue Ridge Overland Gear events calendar.
And then the Ultra 4 King of the Hammers event, January 28th to February 6th, out in the desert of California.
Yeah, they are already starting work on Hammertown. I've already been following some of the people I know that are going out for that. So it's really cool to kind of see Hammertown kind of come to life. Some people call it like the off-road version of Burning Man, because literally a city is just built in the middle of the desert, and then when the event is over, the city disappears. Yeah. Also coming up is the Truck Camper Adventure Rally in Arizona, February 13th to the 14th. And that is the same weekend as the More Expo, which is in Springfield, Missouri.
Then we have the Southeast Overland and Off-Road Expo, March 26th to 28th in Florida.
I know somebody that might be going to that, just saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I might try to make
I'm trying to twist his arm into going.
Yeah,
we won't be there as Brog per se. Like, we won't have a booth or anything like that, unless we can somehow convince Matt to do that. But definitely, I'll probably be an instructor there, and I will have my trailer set up as East Coast Overland Adventures. And if CT's there, then you guys are more than welcome to swing by and
say hello.
With us. Yeah. After that, we've got the Smoky Mountain Overland Rally, April 30th to May 2nd. That is in Tennessee. Been to that event before. Great event. It's very small, which is nice. Very intimate feeling. You're camped right along the river. There's trails on site. Some small vendors show up. Good times. Keeps getting better every year. So that wraps up events.
And now, the part of the show where we read your comments.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, so last week we asked, what do you guys go to events for? What are your key takeaways? What gets you excited? And here's some of our favorites of what you guys wrote in. Jonathan Blackmon on YouTube said, when I go to an event, I always look forward to meeting, hanging with like-minded people, doing like-minded activities. Thumbs up emoji.
There we go. At the Renaissance Tinker on Instagram, I'm looking for new ideas, inspiration for future builds and projects, better ways to do things I'm already doing, etc., and interesting people. I will say there are always interesting people at Overland events.
Yes, Overlanders tend a little bit not to be normal in a good way. I hope I fall into that same camp. You know, Intense Adventures on Facebook. Thank you for the pun, intense. I'm looking for an event that is unique, special training, special location, special something. If it's interesting enough, I'll definitely make time to get there. Rock on, dude.
Eli Farnsworth on YouTube. What I look for in an event are ideas of what I can do to my truck, see what people have done to their rigs, and how I can apply it to mine, which I think is great. There's always an interesting cross-section of vehicles at events.
At Toyota Arc on Instagram said, I look forward to the teaching and the vendors. The wife likes seeing old friends and the classes. She hates the money I spend at the vendors. And the kids are just happy to be somewhere new.
Nothing wrong with that. Brandon Lowry on Facebook. Not just swag, but where else can you touch, look, and physically see multiple products you offer at once? Events allow this level of exclusivity on pricing, product viewing, and person-to-person engagement with the staff. I love events for these reasons. I wholeheartedly agree.
Dude, that's totally true. Every vendor doesn't want to have to ship all that stuff back. Just get to them at the end of the last day. They will cut you a deal. They'll definitely do it.
And also too, like you go to an event and like all the different rooftop tent manufacturers are there, so you can always like go back and forth, compare and contrast. And then the other thing too is a lot of times the people who are designing the products are there. Like you go to the Factor 55 booth and Mike is there, the guy who runs Factor 55. You come to the Brog booth, Matt is at our booth. You can talk to the people behind it.
Snow R&R Overland on YouTube said, I love the classes, but it's the vendors for me. I have a medical condition which makes me exchange all my hard-earned cash for overlanding related goodies. On the plus side, it makes me smile hard until I have to try and justify the purchase to the missus.
I think I have that same medical condition.
I think it's called gearitis.
Gearitis, yes, definitely. At Last Trail Media on Instagram, I look for new inspirations. I'd say the best thing about trips or meetups is the variety of different people. That lends itself to all sorts of new trails, kit, and tricks. I love your guys' stuff. I recommend it to everybody. Thumbs up emoji.
Thanks, bro.
We appreciate it. We got your back. Brian on YouTube. I haven't been to any events because I drive a full-size Silverado, and these events seem to be only geared towards Jeeps and Toyotas, Land Cruisers, and FJs. I would definitely frequent these events if there were more trucks involved. Also, there seem to be not any truck events in Virginia, or at least none that I'm aware of. Well, we are going to make you aware of some events because, for starters, the trend in the overland world right now is going to full-size trucks. We know so many people that have switched to full-size trucks. John Fury's in a Ram 1500. Family Adventures Overlanding switched to a Power Wagon. Staten is running a Power Wagon. And also, you've got events like we just talked about, the Truck Camper Adventure event. That's truck campers only, meaning it's going to be full-size trucks. You're not going to have people like CT showing up in a Subaru or me with my Jeep in a trailer.
But not even like truck-specific events. Expo is covered up in trucks. Rooftop Tent Rally is covered up in trucks. There's bigger things. There's 15-passenger vans. There's earth roamers. And let's not forget the random things. People are there in their dad wagons and mom vans and everything too.
Definitely.
It's not as exclusive a club as you may think it is.
No, and honestly, for a lot of people in the overland travel lifestyle, nobody cares what you drive. Come to the event. The weirder
it is, the more interested people are.
Yeah. Usually, if it's something different, you're more likely to draw a crowd.
It's like, it's a Wrangler. It's a Tacoma. Oh, look, it's a truck.
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
Ollie Constancio on Instagram said, what motivates me to go out to events is the location. Most of the time, I get out to an event because I can drive to it, no more than 6 hours to get to it or something on a weekend because I'm off on weekends, so I enjoy more time out there when they're close by.
Exactly. Triad Expeditions on YouTube, which is a perennial friend of ours. I think hanging out with like-minded folks is always a win. I have made some awesome friends at the events, and it is always good to see people that you talk to throughout the year and then get to see them in person. It almost feels like a family reunion, except more interesting people.
By the way, Robert, thank you for saving my butt at Rooftop Tent Rally. I was starving to death because it was good chili, I gotta say.
Solo Saga on YouTube. Cost. I am always befuddled as to why attendees pay a lot to enter what is basically a vendor marketing. Sure, I understand charging for classes, roundtables, camping, food, etc., but the vendor and rig displays should be free to attend. Don't necessarily disagree with that, but then also there are expenses in vendor areas such as porta potties, trash cleanup, renting the venue, etc. But definitely, if you are going to go to an event and you are going to pay, definitely check out if there's classes, because that's really where you're going to get your money's worth. Definitely worth checking out.
Dave Rubber on YouTube said, things I look for in events. One, obviously food and drink that won't deplete my money drastically. And that's what he's hoping for. Number two, vendors. I like seeing what's new and possible, and maybe also something to help fix a problem I may have. Number three, cool people without attitudes. Number four, cool people without attitudes. Coming in at number five, cool people without attitudes.
I think that pretty much just sums it up. Cool people without attitudes. And our winner, chosen at random by our resident rocket surgeon Squirrel, is...
Hold on. What's that? Squeak or squeak? Squeaking. Acorn. Our winner is Ole Constantio. Congratulations, dude. You win the, the headrest trash bag from last week.
All right, so this week we are giving away an ARB soft shackle rated at 14.5 tons. That is like 30 CT. No, that's more than 30 CTs. I mean, that's got to be like 300 CTs.
Yes.
That's a lot of CTs.
That's like half a dozen of my car, probably more than that.
But this is a really cool soft shackle. It's got the pull string to help kind of unload it whenever it gets tight. Also, it's got this Velcro removable abrasion guard. So, CT, what question are we gonna ask this week so that they can earn this for free?
Oh boy. So guys, we've had quite the controversy going around the office this week. We cannot come to a decisive conclusion. We need your help. The question is, what is overlanding?
Yeah. We have our definitions, which that's kind of where this controversy is coming from. But we want to hear what your definition of overlanding is, and we are going to allow you to actually post two definitions. One, give us your honest, straightforward definition, but let's have a little bit of fun and give us your snarky, tongue-in-cheek definition.
I'm really holding out for the snarky ones. If you only want to post the snarky one, that's okay with me. Because that's what I want.
One rule, be kind. We want to have a little bit of fun, but not at the expense of other people.
Try not to single out anyone specifically.
Right.
Keep it to like general groups.
Right.
Okay.
Don't be mean. We do reserve the right to moderate these. So again, keep it civil, keep it fun. You keep your tongue in your cheek. I think that's it.
I think that's the end of the show. Here it is. I'm CT.
Done. I am Dean. That is Sasquatch. Catch us next week, same brog time.
Same brog channel.